Almost 90 years ago, a young man by the name of Emilio William Louis Marchesi gave his maiden speech to the Norwich Rotary Club here at Suckling House, more commonly known now as the home of Cinema City. And during that talk, he introduced the idea of a club specifically for young business and professional men. Marchesi, the son of Irish and Swiss parents, talked of a speech made by the then Prince of Wales who'd stated there was a need for young professional men to get around the table. That same year, 1927, Marchesi held an inaugural meeting also here at Suckling House, and the worldwide round table movement was born under the motto, adopt, adapt and improve. In the mid-1970s, the old Wagon and Horses in Tombland was renamed after Marchesi and flourished as a pub until 2004. Round Table now flourishes in every continent in the world with over 44,000 members in some 70 countries.
The aims and objectives of Round Table, they date back to its creation. They're formal aims and objectives, but I would summarise them as community, friendship, fellowship and fun. Round Table is probably more of a social group. There is a community element to it as well. We do raise money for local charity. The money that we do raise, we try to ensure that the money goes to the local charities rather than to charities on a national level. Well, Louis Marchesi was involved in a formal dinner in London up until a couple of months before his death. So I think it's fair to say that he was involved in Round Table pretty much right up until his death, and after that he remains an iconic figure within Round Table nationally and worldwide.
Another club that was also opened here in Norwich is the Lads Club, which opened in 1918. Founded by the then Chief Constable John Dane, it was the first of its kind in the world, with an aim to get poor boys off the street and give them an interest in sporting activities. It started in premises in St George's Street and moved in 1925 to King Street, where it remained until the 1990s, and after a couple of other locations is now at the Hewitt School. And finally, another group that created a Norwich First. Now, in the 18th century, a Catholic chapel was built in this area, Madder Market, so named because there'd been a market here selling the madder plant, which produced the red dye for the textile trade. Well, it flourished until the 1880s and then it closed. But in 1921, it was converted into the world-famous Madder Market Theatre. Walter Nugent Monk was the founder of the Amateur Dramatic Society, the Norwich Players, and he created an Elizabethan theatre right here, with a vision to present the works of William Shakespeare. By 1951, Nugent's creation was the first theatre in the world to stage all of the Bard's plays as he had intended them to be performed. This year is the 400th anniversary since Shakespeare's death, and once again the Madder Market is presenting some of his works. So Peter, your plans this year are quite extensive, aren't they, for celebrating the 400th anniversary of the passing of William Shakespeare?
That's right. We've got a mini Shakespeare festival with lots of different events, productions, one-night events. We've even sort of tied in some of our regular events, some new writing events and comedy improvisation events. So lots of things for people to choose from.
And the main play you're doing is King Lear. What was the decision behind that?
King Lear is probably one of the biggest Shakespeare's plays. There's lots of parts in it for people, so we can maximise our company's resources, both in terms of actors and costumes and sets and that kind of thing. And we're lucky in Norwich that we've got the Madder Market Theatre, which is one of Europe's best mock Elizabethan stages. And it's ideal for Shakespeare.
Well, thanks very much for spending your time with us today, and I wish you all the best for Lear, which is April.
April, yeah. Yep.
Great. Well, best of luck. It should be
very much.
Fabulous here on the stage at the Madder Market Theatre, and I hope the mini festival goes well as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. And by the way, I am still available should you need me on the best bits.
Right,
for Henry V.
I'll give you a call.
Could you?
Yes, yeah.